You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in it together.
Alert. Hostile.
Gray gone astray? Look, come in, come right in, and be refreshed. The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections.
I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors,
You'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say,
goodbye, imperfect thoughts, hello, contentment.
As an arbiter, I welcome any procedure that...
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, destiny?
And others are not.
Pondering begets disharmony.
Prudence dictates.
I'm refreshed. It's the
Influences.
best. Like it just. And who ever would have guessed?
Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. I'll walk in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
This Protectorate subject appears to be cognitively altered. It may be best to limit aggression and feign friendliness.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment. Why, of course. Naturally. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal. Placid Waters Wellnetarium is the primary mental refreshment facility on Praetor. We are tasked with ensuring local subjects are serene, untroubled, and operating at peak efficacy. Head Refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. I've undergone the procedure myself, several times they say, and look at me now, never more content.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system.
None authorized to you. Not until completion. Now there. No need to fear evaluation. It's just a few brief fleeting questions, all perfectly harmless, I assure you. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to...
Greetings, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Welditarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually. Each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead. Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief? Unacceptable. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Processing. Determination. An acceptable response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 150 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed one floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
I could tell you were in need of mental refreshment.
Personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
They would deem my resolve inadequate? Insanity! Their analysis procedure is clearly faulty.
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part.
I am prepared for any... Speak freely.
We comply together, we thrive together.
Greetings, new person. You have a look of query about you. I have answers to questions and no questions to answer. Hello, my name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to Refreshment Facilitator Tilden in the lecture hall.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our
Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall.
Only the Protectorate possesses the
Pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation. Thinking never made anybody happy. I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question. Drat! There, did it again. Anyhow, I was reported for it?
Unthink today, unthink tomorrow, unthink forever.
It is the duty of all Protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors, so we may determine if their zeal has wavered. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. My mind is a thing of symmetry. My phenometric peaks are all abraded. I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notably unsanctioned. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts, after all. Refreshment is inevitable. You can't fight contentment.
For perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
May you realign with the paradigm.
Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward urination, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Oh, hello. Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation.
The console.
I'm Waylon.
The system abides.
I make all songs about the paradigm abiders. Folks tend to get rather sore about it. The original version's about being a good Protectorate subject and turning in your neighbor if they lack zeal or think thoughts and such. In my case, my daughter reported me.
We repel invasive elements.
Not yet. Not that I haven't tried. There's something about the lyrics that just seem to want to stay put in my mind. Mayhap the refreshment is doing its work.
There are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia.
No, my daughter's name is Emily. Millie is a nickname for Emily, but I don't call her that.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould.
They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try. Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me, but I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the treatment is working. I'd go with you, I guess, but I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived, stored them in storage. My commemorative pitchballs in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. Can't leave without it. You know, the Paradigm Abiders? Best pitchball team in the league? I heard ignorant outsiders call pitchball Tossball. Ha! Anyhow, my daughter got me the ball to commemorate a big game. I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Saw them put it in a closet behind reception upstairs. Suppose so. Maybe almost, at least. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry. Though there are 2 automechs assigned there now, to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off.
That's why we are all happy and contented.
That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that'd be allowed, but guess you know what you're doing. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile.
Prudence dictates.
Hello.
We route all
You find my pitchball?
influences.
Upstairs, in a closet behind reception. Last time I saw it, at least.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnatarium, here on Praetor, is unique.
Medicament dispensement has concluded. Medicament dispensement has concluded for today.
The top
Please proceed
advisor
to
responsible for making the refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
To deliberate is to court ruin.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today? Rounding up for clarity/responding approvingly. Our refreshment facilitators will be pleased with your progress. Mindfully maintain mental momentum. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more. Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
Hostiles detected ahead. Recommended course of action. Violent.
Huh? Aborting search. Right. What is the goal? What? Terminating this fruitless pursuance.
Back to it.
I've eyes on a miscreant.
system abides.
Trust the plan, preserve set progress, sustain the system, serve the Sovereign. Don't worry, don't question, don't doubt. Let your betters think for you.
Somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Trust the plan, preserve set progress, sustain...
Our system is the best anyone has ever had. Perfection is perfect. Our Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now. You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities. Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sovereign Henry Aloysius Varick, son of the first Sovereign, Reuben Varick. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he is not his best today.
My Sovereign, what have they done to you? No, and certainly not the embodiment of all that is the Protectorate. This is a greater crime than all I have witnessed.
Deserves what? Whatever do you mean? Why, I'm his attendant, of course. I have seen to the Sovereign's personal needs since he was a mere, but of course vibrant and robust, infant. We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the loss of his family, was in need of mental refreshment. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself. Well, after his first session, the Sovereign was notably upset, launched into hysteric fits of paranoid ranting, absurd nonsense about how the Consul had betrayed him and seized power. For his own good, he had to be gently but firmly restrained. That all stopped after his next dip into the lathe, thank law. He's remained quite peaceful since. I'm certain he'll be back to his old self in no time. Not at all. Why should I? One who questions betrays. No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or knowingly allow harm to befall our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign, or consider such a thing. To even think such a thought is unthinkable. This stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. All we have, all any of us have, stems directly from the works of his family line. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. We all will. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every day of his life. Treatment outside the Protectorate is barbaric by comparison. Our system is perfect. Just leave us be.
I suppose there is nothing we can do at this juncture. Guard him well, Feld. I shall honor him, in health and infirmity alike. I swear it.
Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
Never terribly cared for Praetor's weather. Difficult enough to keep my locks in order without them all standing on end. Speak freely.
I've eyes on a miscreant.
all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the sun. The console provides, the system abides. Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully.
Hey, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so soft all of it?
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive.
Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions.
Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended.
Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Oh, do I detect a whiff of repriorant gas? You know, I suddenly feel a mite more pliable somehow. Surely nothing to question. I thought no one was due for peak abradement for hours. I should have your chart. Wait. Ha! You're not a protectorate subject at all. You have the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
Scientists of this echelon must be exposed to low doses of refreshment gas to build a resistance. Sort of like arbiters with bullets.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. Oh, how outrageous. Suppose I should call the guards, but my.
Let it be known that any who stand against me shall be tried as traitors to the Protectorate, no matter their import.
You know, that's a very interesting statement. And somehow I'm not finding the company you're keeping even in the slightest bit unusual. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. But never fear, I have intellect to spare. Don't believe me? I can prove it. Even in a state such as this, I am more than able to apply my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly. Speak plainly. You know, I'm beginning to have an inkling about your purpose here, and whose employ you're under. Apropos proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're here for. I believe in the strength of our ideals. I'm quite certain I'll win you over. What's more, our colloquy promises to be vastly more diverting than my usual day-to-day blather. But if I'm wrong, what would Auntie's Choice or the Order or my word, you're not a scrapper? Well, none of them will know what to do with our advanced know-how. There's a good sport. Do try to keep up. So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? My position is a burden gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they don't have to ensure the paradigm runs ably. Their order is chaos to us. Though your point, while gratingly expressed, is noted, albeit grudgingly. What say you about Auntie's Choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave behind the general public, though. All our friends and neighbors. Your point is not completely without worth, I suppose. Only mostly. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. Not word for word, no. I do take certain liberties with the Sovereign's Handbook, a beacon to the cosmos, to inhabit the spirit of the work and give it a dramatic, scientific air. I understand you meant that as an insult, but I refuse to be baited by those either jealous or ignorant of our ways. As it is right now, repelling faulty logic and wrong-headed thinking with gusto. No, the refreshment process isn't about thwarting examination, but obviating fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's about making people happy. Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever assertions you'd like to put forward before I fully evaluate your performance here? How very nice of you to say. You're not half bad yourself, for a non-protectorate not me. Huh. Taken as a whole, that was the most engaging conversation I've had in... well, couldn't even say. Yes, it's true. I am thoroughly disturbed by how much you made me question many long-held beliefs. But frankly, that was quite invigorating. Now, what next? Really? That's exceptionally flattering, and something I never would have considered before our belief-shaking conversation. But honestly, I do deserve it, don't I? Might I ask for a few additional particulars? For instance, what is the title of the role? My, that sounds wonderful! I shall head there straight away. Thank you so much for making this opportunity happen. Feel free to scavenge around. It's not as if anything you find here will be any use to your masters.
Stand ready. Our foes are close.
Consider finding a human companion if you seek conversation. Medicament dispenser.
Their team plays the... Hello! You find my pitchball? Oh, commemorative pitchball! I missed you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost. Okay. Ready to go then, I suppose. If we get separated, I'll meet you there.
Medicament dispenser has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall.
The tunnel out was right here. Oh, they put a poster over it. Take it down, and I can be off. You mentioned my daughter afore, didn't you? Is she waiting for me somewhere through there? This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. After you, by all means. I fear I must insist. After you, by all means. I fear I must insist.
Buy from me, please?
Before I forget, here, this is for you. Thank you ever so much for freeing my father. He seems good, actually. No discernible lingering ill effects. Still, singing. But I'm so grateful to hear it.
My friend from Placid Waters. Appreciate you fetching the pitchball Millie got me. And of course, the escort out of there. Though mostly, the pitchball. Wonderful, wonderful. So good to see Millie again. Don't know how to do anything here, but I can sing to my heart's content. You heading out? Do take care. Again, much obliged.
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt. I mentioned we voted on a group name. We are now officially the Individuals for Mutual Improvement.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and thusly redecorated.
I see you're back from the Protectorate's little mind manipulation spa. All their secrets in hand, yes?
Our team at Proprietary Insight Acquisition has been salivating over the potential commercial applications of that process.
Of course you did, my most trusted ameliorator. You never fail to amaze and impress.
Head Refresher Gould will fit right in, surely. Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results. Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They can barely even be considered consumers at all.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable? That's certainly interesting. Intriguing, even. What else? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground, and so much for us exploiting that piece of technology. Ah, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Well, here's your reward, along with something extra for your effort. And more for converting Head Refresher Gould to the joys of commerce. All right, for your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our illustrious leader, Auntie Cleo!
So your preliminary chores are complete. Oh, finally a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? We do tend to forge ahead, yes. Free enterprise moves freely. So many ways to grease the wheels. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. Certain communications have even been exchanged between our ship and the Order's headquarters. You've spoken to the delegates, yes? A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms. Oh, my security team would never allow it, but a call like this over a secure line should be an acceptable alternative. Of course, Ruth would also need to agree. Perhaps if you were to perform a few useful errands for the Order, you might earn a meeting with her to propose the same. Have Ruth reach out when she's ready to talk, and I'll set up a call on a secure line next door.
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell
Don't let us keep
heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Welcome to Head Office Tower. Again.
Commendations on so successfully climbing the corporate rungs. Everything seems to be going according to plan. I've even heard titterings that Auntie has taken notice. When you meet with Auntie, be accommodating but also bold. Raise the issue with her if she doesn't raise it first. Performing more labor for Auntie's choice will inevitably bring our fair corporation into further conflict with the Order. So we only have one shot at this. Make it count. I'd offer you luck, but I trust you have the skills to not require it. Remember what we discussed and act equitably.
Hey, need something? Thought I knew full well the evils of the Protectorate, but seeing the Sovereign in mental refreshment was a new low. He was a desperate, sad man just trying to save his family. And the Consul stabbed him in the back. Law. You know what really gets me? Not one person thought to help their blessed leader. If this is the culture the Protectorate had fostered, then it's only right that we undo it. Go ahead. Tell me what ails ya.
The state we found the Sovereign in. I still can't accept it. The Protectorate's honored leader, mentally refreshed, reduced to nothing. I do not believe for a moment that he truly was in need of it. And I fear he shall never be the same. I choose to make my decisions on behalf of the Sovereign, for I know it is best. Even in his present state, that fact remains unchanged. The Consul shall be made to pay for his part in this. Then we shall figure out what best to do with the Sovereign. Certainly, I consider...
Yes, you heard that.
Hey, need something?
Whatever you need, Commander. Just name it. Oh yeah? What's needling you?
Choice rehydrated water for the spacer on the go.
Initializing. How may this unit assist?
I suspect there is a rock in my boot. Speak freely.
Not to pry, Agent Ibarra, but you appear to be suffering more discomfort than usual at the moment. Did you need something? May the plan...
Let us make our way to Paradise Island at once. Have you viewed any serials of note lately? Neither have I. Speak freely.
This is Protectorate territory, all right. Ain't looking to instigate anything, Commander. But if these bastards make any threat on my person, no promises.
Wait, are your lamps busted? Not again! Gary? What in the void happened to you? You saw me try to stop him, right? What am I gonna tell the commander?
Another rift. I'd rather not get up close and personal if it's all the same to you.